Welcome back, everybody. This is a topic you probably don't hear very often in a mindfulness course, and that is reviewing some of the actions or the instances that could disrupt our ability to be mindful or to practice mindfulness successfully. And I want to cover some of those now. Now, admittedly, you're going to hear these and go, yeah, that's no surprise, Josh, but understanding what they are or hearing what they are doesn't necessarily mean that we're taking the appropriate steps to correct any misgivings in these areas to really become more mindful and more present in our day-to-day correspondence. So I want to review some of these and look at them. It's not my job to judge or to tell you what is too much or too little of any of these things. I, of course, am a person that looks at moderation in all things, but I think that it's up to you to look at these and consider whether or not these could be robbing you from fully experiencing mindfulness in your day-to-day as you practice activities, or whether or not these are things that are really being approached from a healthy standpoint and not something that you need to worry about. You get to decide. So starting off with, this is going to be no surprise, but taking any type of substance that is going to alter your ability to be aware, to function, to be present in the moment could by all means impact your ability to be mindful. Now, of course, this includes things like alcohol, includes things like drugs. It can also include things like caffeine. So if you are drinking, pots of coffee every single day, or you are drinking a non-recommended amount of alcohol every single evening, or utilizing illegal drugs in some way, that is going to impact your system. It's going to impact your body. It's going to impact your ability to stay focused, stay in that new brain, and be mindful. So something to look out for. Another one to be considerate of is sleep deprivation. If you are not getting enough sleep during the night due to activities that you might be participating in, whether that's hanging out with friends, partying, going to clubs, just staying up late at night on your phone and scrolling through social media, watching television, engaging in gaming, on your computer or through a console that's making it so that you're only getting a few hours of sleep every night, by all means, you're going to have a harder time staying aware, staying present, being in the new brain as opposed to the old brain, because your body is going to be tired. You're going to be physically at a place that is not going to be responsive to the mindfulness techniques that you are practicing. So that's something else to look at. And with this, in terms of looking at the body not being responsive due to any instances that could be causing it discomfort or essentially offsetting the balance of homeostasis, you should also look at things like overeating, undereating, sitting with bad posture, things that could cause some sort of pain or discomfort that you have full control over. Now, I know that there's sometimes individuals who have chronic pain or diagnoses that cause issues for them on a scale that seems really daunting at times. I know the research is out there that shows how mindfulness can help you really overcome some of that pain and step into it and find healing on the other end, or at least acceptance to live a more fulfilling and happy life. This is not talking about that. This is talking about things that you may be doing that you have control over changing, in terms of things that you may be doing in your day-to-day that's causing discomfort to the physical body that could be distracting you from the mindful activities that you might be practicing. A couple of other things that I do want to look at. One is lack of self-soothing or rewards or other mechanisms that you might give yourself. Make sure you're having good self-care, whether it's taking a walk, listening to some music, going outside, getting some fresh air. Make sure that you are able to do things that allow you a moment of peace, a moment of calm, a moment of alone time. You're going to see that that's going to help the mindfulness activities almost be augmented and have more impact because of this time that you're taking for yourself. If you're working in high stress situations or environments, or you live in a high stress environment, this would also be recommended to make sure you're taking time for yourself to step away, because those intense environments can very much impact your ability to stay mindful too. It's going to keep you in a state of fear and anxiety and stress, and you need to make sure that you're counterbalancing that so that the mindfulness activities can really help you restructure the brain and change the lens that we're trying to put over our vision to see the world in a way that's going to be more beneficial to us, bringing us that sense of peace and happiness. And then the last one I want to talk about, and this isn't talked about very often, especially here in Western society, but if you have a poor ability to delay gratification, I want you to really take a hard look at that. Do you have a hard time telling yourself no? Whether it is an activity you want to engage in, whether it's a reward that you want for something, buying something, eating something, some sort of addictive types of behaviors that you're having a hard time essentially squelching, you will find that that type of mindset can give you, I guess, more of a hill to overcome in terms of practicing mindfulness. So take a hard look at those things as well, and how you might overcome some of that sense of delaying your gratification. See if you can make those instances further and farther between before you have to have that gratification, so that you can really embrace some of these tools that are going to be shared in the next module. Okay, I hope this has been helpful for you, and just at least being honest with yourself and considering what things could become a barrier to your mindfulness practice. Write them down, look at them, do the activities in this section, and I will catch you in the next video.